Welcome back to the Cee'N'Jay Uncensored podcast. Again, this is C and I'm Jay, and thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. We're doing little mic checks, we're trying to, get the audio right, because I feel like it's been a little off,
Yeah, the Spotify audios have been off. Either he sounds far or I sound far, and we're just trying to play with it and see what we can do. On the video, it's okay.
Yeah.
On the video, it's okay. We use the audio from the camera, so it's okay. But on the audio for the Spotify, for like the audio, we're still trying to work on it. So bear with us. We'll get it. We promise we'll get it. And just thank you guys for not bailing on us and being patient with us as you enjoy our content, our videos, and our audios. But welcome back. And today we're gonna do something a little different with this shake. I'm gonna let Joey explain this because he knows more about this than I do.
It's the best. I would just say it's the best protein shake ever. You gotta try it. It's XS brand is just positive energy. There's a sports protein shake or rich chocolate. 25 grams of protein. It's gluten free and it's that whey protein. You feel me? No soy boys. It's that whey protein and again everything that we have is the best of the best quality, 180-day satisfaction guaranteed, because we know you're going to love it. This is the best of the best. We're just going to start off the podcast with a little protein shake, something a little different.
I'm going to drink this, but I'm going to drink this in the cup I brought to match with my outfit.
In style. He's in style.
I'm in style today. Alright. This in no way, shape, or form in my sponsoring Ghostface. It's just my personal cup and I like it.
It is amazing.
Oh, it's really open.
You shook it?
Yeah.
Fire. Tastes amazing, like a chocolate drink.
Mike, never mind.
ASMR. He's so dumb, bro. But yeah, what's it called? We have a couple little stories to tell you guys. It's just a little bit different stories. Give us some feedback in the comments if you like our stories. Let us know in the comments. We have something a little bit different every day for you. But one of the things I want to talk about was my first day. Oh, you see right there? Ooh, it's a little sweet spot. That's my voice right there. What's it called? My first day in the solar sales.
Before you start, you like my outfit?
How's it going?
I got matching stuff today.
Just interrupted me.
No, I'm sorry, but I just gotta talk about my fit, bro. Look, I got the matching hat, I got the matching cup or mug, matching socks, matching shirts. Like, what you know about this drip, dog?
I'm a fan.
Wait, and off camera, got the matching Ghostface backpack.
It's like Walmart, sponsor Walmart, back to school sales for your...
You're a clown. But okay, yeah. I gotta talk about my outfit a little bit. But
yeah, so little story. You see, I feel like that sweet spot. You see, it went away. I don't know where it went. Hello. But my first day in the solar sales, it was crazy because just like again, Wolf of Wall Street. Like you watch that movie, bro. My first day, they picked me up from the airport, and basically, he's like, oh, bro. He's like, welcome. He's like, bro, have you done this? I'm like, nah. It's like, bro, you're gonna love it. This and that. It was cool. Welcome. Cool welcome. And like, we're gonna go pick up this guy in the hospital. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, yo, so yesterday we went out, we're celebrating because these sales, like, we're making bread and this and that. So we went to go buy a table at a bar. And we're like in Orlando and shit. And he's telling me that happened last night in Orlando. And that everybody got so faded that like everybody went to go do their own thing. They all split up at the end of the night and shit. And bro, my boy, like he fucking, like he disappeared, and he ended up in Orlando. Like no, he didn't go home. Like after the club, you can't hear me, right?
I can hear you now like that.
All right, cool.
Take out the filter.
Hello.
Use the filter.
I don't think it makes a difference.
But you see how I'm holding my mic like this?
Hello.
Right there.
Hello.
A little higher.
Hello.
Lower.
Hello.
There, you got it.
All right, so
there you go.
So basically, he ended up in the hospital because he was what's it called? He was faded already, and he met this hot dog guy from a hot dog stand, and what's it called? He ended up having like a bottle of tequila. They ended up drinking the bottle of tequila after the whole club and bar, and like he couldn't get home. And then
he was really drunk.
Yeah, bro. And then this guy was gonna take him home, and then he tried to like fight him in the car
because he was drunk, obviously.
Yeah, and then he was like, yo, like he thought he was getting kidnapped, and he's like, he didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then what's it called? The guy was like also tripping. And then he saw him like black out, and he called the ambulance for him because he like just like blacked out.
Yeah.
And then he like put IVs in him and shit. And then he woke up. He woke up in the hospital, bro.
With like everything like.
Yeah, he was like, "What the fuck, bro?" And then on my first day, bro, like I was just like, "Yo, what the fuck?" He's like, "Yeah, this guy ended up in the hospital from our team. It's his second day out here and shit." And I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck is going on, bro?" And I was like, "That was crazy. That was crazy."
Well, bro, what the fuck? And then what happened? What happened with the guy in the hospital? He was okay.
Oh, bro, and then so we picked him up, and then we went to go like meet up the rest of the team at the beach.
Okay.
And bro, when we were at the beach, he noticed that he left his phone in the hospital. And we're like an hour away, bro.
Oh shit.
So we're like, fuck. And then like we went back at the end of the day to go get his phone, but it doesn't matter.
So you guys didn't go immediately?
Nah, hell nah. Because we had to wait for like the rest of the crew.
Oh, you're gonna meet you guys there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Alright. Damn. So, but when he was okay though, right? After the hospital.
Yeah, he just didn't remember shit.
Did he remember when he almost fought his boy?
Yeah. Well, he fought somebody. He fought I think it was the hot dog stand guy. I was gonna take him home.
No.
Shit was crazy. Shit was crazy.
Yeah, that shit's second good.
Shit's good, right?
What other flavors they got?
They got there's the rich chocolate, and they got the vanilla, the vanilla cream.
Just two flavors?
Yeah.
That's cool. 11 for ounces. Alright.
Not
Put
that
it
bad.
in the description below.
Pretty fire. It's pretty fire.
Is this equivalent to like a protein shake after the workout?
Yeah, this is what you drink after a workout.
Okay. Alright.
A little protein.
Well, speaking about hospitals, I'm gonna tell you guys a story about when I got COVID.
I never got COVID. You know that?
You never got COVID?
Hell no.
I got it. I was pissed when I got it, cause you know how everything shut down in 2020, like early 2020, like March, and the whole year, like everything was like trying to get back on everybody's feet and shit. So March, everything shuts down, and nobody's working, everything's closed and shit. And then at the end of the year of 2020, in December, I started this new job. It was a job where my dad was working at the same company. I was in my job was basically to like measure doors and shit, and like send all the info to Home Depot so people can buy their doors and whatever. Alright. So I started in like early December to work there. I started getting trained, and the two ladies that were training me were like the head measure techs in the company. Okay. So like I trained for like 2 weeks, maybe. I want to say 3, maybe 2. Around there, I trained. They're showing me how to measure the door. Yeah, how to measure and what to measure, what to look for, all that shit, and fill out the application on the phone to send that shit to Home Depot. So I'm like, okay, I was interested in working there because I heard they make good money. And like the two like ladies that were in charge, they had nice cars. The one of them had a Mustang, and the other lady had a brand new 2020 at that time 2020 Ford. I think it was Edge or a Ford Escape, something like that. But it was a nice car. So I'm like, okay, let's start making some money. I was excited because I had gone through like a shitty year with all the COVID, and like I had worked at this place before that I had to like leave Atlanta and like go 2 hours away from here, and like the job wasn't bad, but it wasn't paying good money. Right?
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that?
Yeah, the Turkish guy, right?
Yeah, the Turkish guy. Yeah. So I left that place and I came back to Atlanta to start working at that place. And I went to another fucking city. I didn't get sick and all this shit, right? So come back, start work. I start training for that new job. We take a break for Christmas because they close for Christmas, and us Hispanics, we celebrate Christmas, Christmas Eve, and we open presents Christmas Day, but like at midnight, Christmas Eve midnight, right? It's 12 o'clock. So we my mom and dad actually went to go see you at Virginia. Remember you were in Virginia?
West Virginia.
West Virginia. You were living there in West Virginia. So I ended up staying back because since I was brand new at the job, I couldn't get the days to go. They were going for like a week or something. So I only had like 2 or 3 days off because of the long weekend because it was Christmas. So.
Oh yeah, you went to the house party.
Yeah, it was with medical.
Yeah.
So we have some Venezuelan friends that one of them were having a Christmas party at their house, and there was a lot of us. There was like maybe 20 of us, 25 people of us. Yeah. So I went by myself. Well, not by myself. But my mom and dad were in here. They went to go visit him at West Virginia. So I went, and it turns out that. The guy that lived in the house, his family, the host, he was sick, but he didn't know what he had. So he was like the whole time he was there, he had a face mask on. Try to like not get anybody else just in case he had COVID. But so he had it on, and like
just in case,
and like. I really didn't have much contact with him except for like saying hi to him, and like he was talking to the other people, I was talking to other people. We're like doing everybody was doing their own shit, right? So Sunday, I went home that night, and that night it actually snowed. And it actually snowed. I went outside when it was snowing, and I didn't have a jacket on. I just had like a button-up t-shirt and like the long sleeve, but I rolled them up, so I had them like this. So I went out, I didn't have a shirt under, I went out like that, and it was snowing, and it was pretty cold. The next day I'm like coughing, because I'm thinking to myself, oh, I'm coughing because, I went outside with the snow, and I didn't have anything on, I didn't have a jacket on, my chest was kind of exposed, my arms were kind of exposed. So mom calls me in the morning on Sunday. Well, it was not morning, it was like afternoon-ish, like 1 in the afternoon. And she calls me and she says, Stuart, she's asking me if I feel okay. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Why? She said, oh, cause one of the people that were at the party got COVID, and like he's really bad, in really bad shape. He's like bad. He's like he hasn't been able to get up, and I'm like who? And like she told me who it was, and I'm like, oh shit. He's like, why don't you go get a test just to make sure, and it's free, and I'm gonna send you the address because his wife told me where to go so you can go in and it's free.
What did he do? The all the way to the nose?
Yeah,
thing?
the nose swab bullshit. That shit's annoying. So I went and I got the address and I went. It was like 20 minutes from the house where I used to live at, and went there and there was a hella people. It was one of those drive-through places. You don't have to get out of your car. There was a lot of people, and I was there like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours probably, just waiting for my turn. Go and I get swabbed, whatever. I go home, didn't think much of it until later that night. I started feeling like shit. My back started hurting, my legs started hurting, and I'm like, no, this can't be happening, dog. Like, what the fuck? So I started feeling like shit immediately. Like when nighttime came, like 8, 9 o'clock at night, I was ready. Like I was really feeling bad. I couldn't stand up, and I texted my supervisor and told him what's going on, and I told him how I was feeling, and then I went to go take a test, and I told him that I had gone to a party that somebody was infected, and he's like, okay, just take a rest, drink a lot of water, and he said you can't come to work until we get results to see if you have COVID or not. So
damn.
Yeah. So he's like, just stay in bed and keep us updated. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was on Sunday. I got my results via email on Wednesday, and it comes out. It has like a form, and it has all the information, blah, 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 and it says in red. On the side, it says positive.
Damn.
I was like, shit, like, what the fuck? So then I sent that email, I forwarded it to them so they can see that I had COVID. And they're like, okay, well, just get better. And then once you feel better, take another test. And then when it comes out negative, you can come back to work. So, damn. So I was like, shit. So I didn't work for like a week and a half, 2 weeks almost. Because I didn't let me go work. Well, first, I felt like shit. And second, they weren't gonna let me go to work even if I didn't feel like shit, because I have contact with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I have to like go mention the doors. I gotta go to people's house, knock the door. They have to open the door. I have to say hi to them, all that shit. So So then that happened. A couple weeks passed by. I started feeling better, so I went again to go take my test. Waited for the results, and then it came back negative. So then I was able to go to work and shit. So, but yeah, I was kind of struggling for those 2 weeks monetarily because financially, it's like I wasn't working, you know, and shit. So like,
sure, man.
But it was okay. I mean, I got over it, and I didn't get COVID after that. I heard that once you get COVID or you take the vaccines, you're okay. You're not gonna get it anymore because the vaccine basically is the virus, and they inject you the virus. Your body fights it, and then that's what the vaccine is for.
Like you're immune to it.
You're immune to it. And then when you get it, like when you actually get the virus, you get sick and all that shit. Your body fights it, and then when you get better, you have the antibodies for it. So that's why you can't get it again. Unless it's like a new strand or some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I never got it again, even though they said I had new strands and shit. They had new strands, like I never got it again. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I never got it. I just I don't know. It's weird. I don't recall ever having. There is this one time, right before the whole COVID pandemic thing happened. It was like during March or the beginning of March, before everything closed down.
Yeah.
Like I went to a friend's house, and we're just chilling. Then we like smoked, and then right after we smoked, like instead of me getting high, I felt like I got sick.
Yeah.
But it was weird. I'm like, oh, like I smoked, and I'm like, I'm not feeling good. And it was my body. It was like started to ache, and then I got super hot, super quick.
Yeah.
And then when I got hot super quick, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna just go home. Like I'm tripping. Like I'm not feeling good. Bro, went home, fucking sweated the whole night. Yeah. Super cold.
You never take a test?
I didn't take a test.
No.
But yeah, I never took a test. And then after I went to the night, like I woke up in the morning, nothing. Like I didn't feel like nothing happened to me. But I didn't have any like cold. It was just like I got a fever, and that night it was just a horrible night, and then normal the next morning. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't think it was COVID.
Maybe just got like a cold.
I don't know what the fuck happened to me, but como se bajo la presión or some shit, dog.
Shit. I don't know. But yeah, man, that shit was wild. Cause like for like 4 or 5 months after I got it, I couldn't 100% smell and taste everything.
What?
Yeah, like
how many?
Like 4 or 5 months after.
What the fuck?
That shit was weird. It's like when I got it.
You said that shit never happened to me.
Like when I got it, I lost like all my taste buds. The only thing I can taste was like something was really salty or something really sweet. That's the only thing. Yeah, that's the only thing I could taste. I couldn't taste like if I could taste like if you gave me like a Sprite or a Coke, I couldn't tell you the difference. I just know it was soda. That's how it was.
Damn.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you if it was like if you gave it to me in a cup and it's closed. I can tell you if I was drinking soda, but I couldn't tell you if it was Sprite, Coke, or whatever the fuck it was. I can only tell it was soda because the carbonation and it was sweet.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was bad. And then I had a cough for the longest, for like 4 months too. Damn. And that shit was like dry cough, bro. Like that shit, you will fucking cough and it will hurt your throat right here. Like that shit was whack.
I wonder why.
I don't know. That shit.
It's so good.
That shit made me, got me pretty bad. But yeah.
So you gotta drink your vitamins. You gotta drink vitamins, people.
Yeah, vitamins are very important. But yeah, I can. In a way, I'm glad I got it, and in a way, obviously,
antibodies.
I got the antibodies for it, and I experienced what it did to me, so I can talk about it. But yeah, I know people that got it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, bro. There's people still getting it or some shit.
What the fuck? I'm like shit.
I don't know, bro.
But yeah, so yeah, let's hear that story you told me about today. You want to tell us? Oh,
bro, yeah, because you say you're knocking on doors. Talking about knocking on doors. Knocking on doors. I was in I forgot. I think it was Ocala or outskirts of Orlando. Somewhere. It was one of those.
Florida?
It was in Florida. And bro, so I was knocking on doors and shit, and it was like already like 6 o'clock. And they usually pick me up at 7 or 8. And there was this one day that like I knocked on this lady's door, and it was like a fucking milfy from like Massachusetts.
Oh yeah,
bro. So I knocked on her door, trying to sell her soul, or trying to get the appointment and shit.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, why don't you just come in?" Like she was going through it so it wasn't the owner, it was the daughter
of the
owner, and basically she's telling me that the whole family lives in Massachusetts except the mom.
Okay.
Mom lives in Florida, and something had happened to her that she went to the hospital, and the goal was to go to Florida to go get her mom to move to Massachusetts. So she was taking care of the house and shit for a couple days and trying to take care of mom. When her mom was in the hospital, she should go visit her mom and shit. So
she was back and forth?
Yeah, back and forth to the hospital and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, "Oh, come in. Like, so what are you doing?" And I was like telling her what I was doing in the neighborhood because I was going to be there for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And then she's like, starts flirting, And then she starts like, you take a hint, She's like, "So you want something to drink?" She's like, "You're still working?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take a drink." Like some people are nice, they give me water and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she's like water, and she's like, "I have water. I have water. I have juice." She's like, "I'm actually drinking a White Claw right now if you want." And I'm like,
why not?
Why not? I'm like, it's about to be 7, so I was like, I call it a day. And bro, so it was cool because we ended up drinking, she started being cool people, we started like just chilling.
Yeah.
And then we end up going to a bar after, from her house to a bar.
Yeah.
And then from the bar, we just chill over there for a little bit. Then we go get more White Claws.
From where? Gas station?
Gas station. And then we go back to your crib, bro. Like agasajando and shit, making out.
Yeah.
And then last minute, bro, like, it was fucking weird, bro. Cause last minute, she starts crying, bro.
What?
She starts crying. And then she's like, "Oh, my best friend died like 3 months ago." And it was like out of nowhere. She was like just drunk.
She was probably lonely and shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And then she like kicked me out of her house like at 9 o'clock. Like all that shit happened.
Well, you did all that shit in a span of 2 hours? Go to the bar, get more drinks, and then go back to
Yeah. Well, it was like an hour and a half. Cause I first remember I was trying to sell her solar.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who she was. So then like it like ended up from having a conversation about solar, her like seeing what I'm doing there, to like her like she's like flirting with me.
Yeah.
Then that was like then the drinks and like all that happened like super fast. Yeah, I don't think it was like 2 or 3 hours. I don't think it was that long.
Really?
But it was pretty weird. It was crazy as fuck.
Damn.
There's some random ass fucking shit, bro. She was a milfie, so.
She was nice. She was good.
She didn't get it.
But
she was the best.
But she didn't get it.
She didn't get it.
Damn, bro.
She didn't get it.
Fallando la raza, bro.
Fuck it, bro. It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. Bitch was crazy.
Oh, man. Well, that was a good story.
Shit, it was crazy.
You never saw her again? You never went to that neighborhood again?
I was in that neighborhood for a couple of days, but like after that happened, it was just like weird and like, she'll say hi. She like, cause I got her number and everything.
Oh,
and she was like, "Oh, you should come here I'll make you some food and this and that." So I was like, like trying to see what's up, but like, nah, she's tripping.
Yeah.
Just tripping.
That I want to tell you another story.
Poison me or something.
Tell you another story, and I'm not gonna say names, but so I went out to a club with a friend in northern Georgia. I'm not gonna say where, cause then everybody's gonna know who the fuck it is. Where? Just say northern Georgia, right? I went to a club with a friend, and this friend is a mutual friend of somebody else, and we were both single at the time. And she invited me out. I was like, yeah, let's go. Why not? So my daughter wasn't here at the time. She was back in Florida with her mom. So like I didn't have really nothing going on. So this is like shortly after I got COVID. So I was like 100% good now. I still had the stupid ass cough and shit, but.
Oh yeah, I remember, bro. I remember you're like a little chapter of you just coughing all the time.
Yeah, remember that shit? Yeah, that shit was annoying. So we went out, right? And we went to the club. She picked me up. And we went in her car, and we went and we were there for just chilling. We were drinking, dancing, all this shit. Turns out this girl, she was seeing somebody. Well, they weren't like really. They were like she was getting to know this guy, this other dude, right?
Okay.
And she had told me about him before. She was like, "Oh, can you believe like there was some shit that he did that he shouldn't like." That like one day in the parking lot, and they went to the same club. and like one day in the parking lot, or they went somewhere, but something happened in the parking lot that she wasn't.
Yeah, the fucking story mixed up.
Yeah, like she didn't like fuck with, and like she kind of like felt iffy about him for a while. So then we went to that club, and then she told him we were gonna go there to like meet us there and shit. So we went, and then he was there. I met the dude and shit, you know, shook his hand and whatever. And then like he was trying like so hard to like make people around us see, and including myself, to see that like, oh, that I'm the one that like she's with, right? Like making out with her and all that shit, right? So
he was making out with her.
Yeah, like he would make out with her like in front of everybody. Like I feel like he was doing that shit.
So you let third wheel then, just chilling there.
No, like, but he came late. Oh yeah, he came late. So it was like,
so just steal your girl type shit.
Yeah, like he was trying to like prove something, right? So, but this is where like the joke's on him. So, we ended up leaving. We had a good time. We ended up leaving, and then
that was a sloppy seconds.
And then I left together with her, and then like he left in his car. Like he went home. And then she asked me if I can drive. We're like, yeah, I bet I can drive. Like, I didn't drink too much, and she was a little tipsy. She didn't want to drive like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll drive. And then she's like, you're gonna take me home, right? I'm like, if you want, or you can just stay with me and spend the night. I'm like, okay, like I don't mind, right? She's looking at me. She's like looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm just like, like I just like your house from here is a little farther down than where I live. I'm not drunk. I'm not tipsy like you, but I had some drinks too. I don't want to get caught by the cops either. So so she's like, okay. So we ended up going to my house, and then we ended up like in my room and shit. And then like, so not to make the long story, not to make the long story. So we ended up making out and all that shit. And then like in my head I'm thinking, motherfucker, you're like trying to like tell me or show me that like she was with you this whole fucking time and she came back to my fucking place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like obviously like she like a lot of shit happened, so like we didn't I didn't want to get too much into detail, but she didn't want to fuck up the friendship, so we just respected her and shit. So
she friend-zoned you?
Yeah, she friend-zoned me, but I got some kids in, so I'm not complaining. But
that voice I got friend-zoned.
But yeah, she's to this day she's still a good friend of mine. So yeah, shout out to you if you know who I'm talking about.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Damn, friend-zone, dog.
Okay. I don't mind that.
Bro, there's this one time that this is going back to Florida, bro.
Wait, before not that we're on the friend zone subject. Do you ever been friend zoned by a chick you like?
Oh hell yeah, of course.
Wait, tell me who. Do I know her?
I don't know. I can't think of anybody in the top of my head right now.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, like, of course I had. Fuck.
Haven't heard everybody, right?
Of course, but not the one I can think of right now. But going back before, you see, you're trying to interrupt me.
Yeah, we're on the subject already, so I just want to know.
So going back to Florida. I was actually staying in maybe 15 minutes away from Disney World.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was Orlando. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh man.
Did you pass by the Amway? What's it called now? Amway Arena or Amway Center?
The Kia Center.
Oh, bro.
It's called the Kia Center now.
With the Magic Plate.
Yeah, it's called the Kia Center.
It's not called Amway anymore?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it expired.
The contract expired?
Yeah, cause
do they still own the team?
Yeah, of course.
Oh. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it does make sense. Cause the arena, when they make it, there's a certain contract that gets sponsored by the arena.
Yeah, but they're their own people.
Yeah, I know. So remember the Voss family owns the Orlando Magics. And then Amway sponsored the...
Amway doesn't own the Orlando Magic?
Nah, the DeVos family.
Oh, the DeVos family. Oh, that's what I'm saying.
So.
That's what I'm saying. How does the contract end if it's like the same people own it?
They do.
No, like the same company.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but they do.
Yeah, but not they don't own it through Amway.
Exactly.
They own it like separate. Like if I were to buy a car, I don't buy it with Amway.
It's like it's under other portfolio investments. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not under Amway.
No.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Like, how did the contract end if it's like the same thing? Like, that's what I was getting. Okay. All right.
It's not a Kia Center now.
So now the Kia sponsors the arena.
Yeah, exactly.
The team.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, well.
But yeah, but what's it called? When I was in Orlando, fucking, there is this one day that we're in a neighborhood. It was me and my manager.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny as fuck because we knock on this door and it's like she's like maybe in her like 40s, but like she was another milfy. But like she's like one of those older ladies that have a really nice body but has like a butter face.
A butterface.
A butter face. You feel
Butterface.
me? So we knock on her door, you know, my manager he's shadowing me just to see like give me pointers and shit. And so we end up going inside the house, you know. But whenever somebody invites you inside the house, they have a little saying. It's like, outside of the house you're a pest, inside of the house you're a guest. You feel me? So if they have like, if they trust you enough to like invite you in their house, that means like they're willing to like they're open, you know, to hear what you're trying to talk about or sell them and shit.
Right.
So this lady, she looks cool people, but she's like a little excited type shit, like she's a little extra type shit, like the way she talks.
Type shit.
And she was like tripping a little bit. Like something was wrong. Something was off. We can tell something was off. But we're gonna get this selling.
Yeah.
Fuck it, you know. And bro,
like a tornillo missing.
Maybe we could have been like it could have been at that time. We're like, oh, but maybe she's just like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like those extra ass ladies.
Yeah.
So then I ended up convincing her that I'm like a 48 or like a 42-year-old Egyptian
What?
guy from Egypt or some shit.
You told her you're from Egypt?
Yeah.
I believed you, and that you're 40, what,
40 something, yeah. And then she got convinced that I was older than my manager, and my manager was bald.
And he looked old.
He looked old, but he looked older than me, you feel me? So then, like, she was super cool, she let us in, and bro, we enter the house, bro. She was wearing like a dress.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, the first thing she does is she like shows her and her
what?
and everything. We're like, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? And then once that happened, bro, like we weren't even we were just like going along with it. We're like, what the fuck? Like me and him looked at each other.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on? And then like you can tell that like she was like a stripper or like she was like a 304.
What's a 304?
Oh.
Oh shit!
Or like some shit, because like something was off. And then she pulls out a bottle, bro, and she was like drinking this big ass bottle of Grey Goose.
By herself?
Yeah, she was drinking it.
Like the bottle was like what, already like empty almost?
But not really, but she could tell like she was drinking
open,
it.
really?
Yeah, it was open and shit.
Oh shit.
And then she was drinking it, and then like she invited us to a drink, and we were like, alright, fuck it, you know,
Yeah,
like
it was already late.
It was not late, but we were there for a fat minute. We were there at least like 2. They were at least there 2 hours.
Oh really?
Yeah, cause we're just tripping, you know, like we're like not even thinking with the right head anymore. You know me? So then,
wait, so when she pulled up her dress, did she take it all off?
Nah, but she was like wearing. She had a dress on with nothing under.
Yeah, but like when she
just went up and then she like just like starts like twerking and shit and like starts like moving like showing her ass.
Yeah,
and shit.
but then like she left it up or she put it back down.
She put it back down after.
Oh.
You know, and then she was like just tripping, and then we're like we had a feeling that like not a feeling, but we already knew we're like in our mind like, this bitch is crazy. Like, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know, pero nunca nos dio pauta and shit. So then my manager, out of nowhere, he pretends to like get a text.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, bro, your coworker needs to get picked up. He's like stranded right now. I have to go. And Buddy just leaves and dips. Like
he left you by himself?
Yeah, I left me by myself because he had a Segway. He got on the Segway and he just dips.
Yeah.
And he was my only ride home.
Oh shit.
Oh no, but before that, my bad. Before that, bro, then she pulls out a bag of and then she was out, bro.
Really?
Like that's why she was all like she was like so extra.
Yeah.
Cause she was. And then she starts fucking like going all like she's drinking like hammering and drinking. She's like I think it was drinking with cranberry or some juice or some shit. And she starts. This guy leaves.
Like he left after that or before that?
after that.
So he saw this going on.
Yeah, he knew all this shit was going on.
Okay.
We're all there, all fucking around and shit. He ends up leaving, and I'm there, and I'm like, fuck, bro. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, you know, I'm like trying to get my shit together. Like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Well, did he really leave or just went outside?
No, he left.
He left. So, wait, but he had a car?
Yes, he was the only one with the ride. He was the ride home.
Fuck.
And then,
so what happened with you?
So then they ended up calling me an Uber back to the crib.
Yeah, were you saying that?
Yeah, and I was like, you know, like just chilling, you know, trying to keep it cool, you know, like not start shit, you know. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. I'm in this crazy ass lady's house, and I'm like, damn, all right, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go. My Uber's here. And she's like, no, I'm gonna go with you. And I'm like, what do you mean you go with me? And bro, she ended up hopping in the Uber.
Really?
We ended up going back into the Airbnb, and we're like 6 motherfuckers in there.
Oh shit.
We had a big Airbnb.
So wait, she really left with you?
Yes!
She went inside the house?
Yo, we get there, and the first thing she does is again, she's like strips down naked.
Inside the house?
Yes, and there's like 5 motherfuckers in there, bro.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, bro, there's a homeowner night back there at the door. What the fuck? Telling them everything that happened. They're like, oh, what the fuck? And then she started trying to fight one of them. Because one of them wanted to fuck her. Yeah. And like, she wasn't with it. Yeah. And like, what the fuck? And then like, bro, like, it started going crazy. She tried to fight one of them, and then he was like, and then, like, we ended up like just calling her Uber. Like, she, like the other manager came. He's like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Like, nah, like, I'll call you Uber. You have to get the fuck out of the house. Like,
he told her?
Yeah, like, we'll call you Uber back, and it was wild as fuck, bro.
Oh, what the fuck, man? That's crazy. And then what? You never saw her again?
I never saw that bitch ever again. I was in the neighborhood for a couple of days, but I avoided that block so hard, bro.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Oh, fucked.
Damn, well, hey, makes a good story, though.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, now, my story, we can change the topic a little bit from females.
From crazy shit.
From crazy females. And shit. I'm gonna tell you a story of when my car got repoed.
Some GTA shit.
Some GTA shit. So, this goes back to that job I had with the doors. Mm-hmm. Now making good money. Yeah. So yeah, I was making good money, and I was single. I was like just taking care of myself and not worrying about anything else except me and my daughter. So I'm like, let me treat myself a little bit. I started buying clothes.
Let me not pay my car.
let me buy clothes. I started buying clothes, started buying shoes, I started buying a lot of shit for myself and for my daughter. And I'm like, you know what? I'm making decent money. Why not, try to see if I can get a car from the dealership, mm-hmm. Right? I've never done that, my first time, right? So I'm like, I tried. So I remember I was looking online. At first, I was looking online at this website for a dealership, and I was like, I don't want to pay a monthly, car note. I don't want that shit. I just want to buy like a car for like $7,000 and call it a day, right? But then mom and dad were like, no, like just get a car. Like you're making good money. You can start building your credit and all this shit. Like, let's try to. You're not gonna lose anything if they say no. Like what are you gonna lose? All right, man.
Your pride.
Yeah. So anyway, so we go. The next day we were gonna we had planned to go to the dealership, and the car I had at the time, it was an old Chevy, and I really liked that car honestly because it was like in between an SUV and a car. It wasn't too big, it wasn't too small.
It was a wagon.
It was like a wagon kind of, but it was I like how it drove.
Like a PT Cruiser.
Yeah, similar to a PT Cruiser, but I like how it drove. And it was pretty cool, so I kind of fell in love with that car.
What was it called?
HHR, yeah. So I was like, okay, but Dad was using that car for work for a while, and he ended up changing the transmission on it because it fucked up, and like.
You ended up changing the transmission on that car?
Yeah, Dad changed it, and well, he had to go and pay for it to change, So like for me to keep that car, I had to keep putting money into it to like keep fixing it, and it wasn't gonna be worth it. I was spending too much money on it, so. I needed a new car, regardless. So, the day when we were gonna go to the dealership, I took everything out of that car that was mine, like papers and chargers and all that shit I had, I had like a busted side view mirror.
Yeah,
I changed it to the one that I bought for it. Doesn't mean I never changed it, but I changed it that day. And then we went to go eat, and then we went our way to the dealership. And I was like, I had already in my head that I was coming back home with another car. I wasn't coming back home with that HHR, right? Got to the dealership, and we start browsing around. I start looking. Then this dude comes up to us, a car salesman, and he starts asking us like, "What are we looking for? What kind of car am I looking for? What is it that I'm trying to pay? How much down? All that bullshit, So I tell him, okay, look, this is the deal. I have this car outside that I came with. I'm trying to get this car in for trading. I'm not trying to give any cash for down payment. He's like, okay, let's see what we can do. So he starts browsing around for the cars, and in the inventory, and we went to the Volkswagen dealership. So we went, and he brought out a couple cars, and the first car he brought out was a Volkswagen T1, 2019. It was a black one. A black exterior, and it had white leather seats inside, and it was really nice. I was like, oh shit, this is a really nice car, right? He brought in an Atlas that was a 2018 Atlas. The color was nicer, the outside color was nicer, but the interior looked outdated. It was like cloth seats. The camera thing was like old, like a previous generation, but the outside looked better than the inside. So like, no. Then he brought in a 2018 T1, also with that same blue color, but like the doors on the side, the bottom has like these metal things, aluminum things. That shit was like shaved, like somebody like scratched it off on both sides. The interior was so nice. It had the white, the white leather, and then it had the sunroof. The black one didn't have sunroof. That one had the sunroof, and it had like a mold on by the shift gear where you can change the tires like if it's snowing or like sport mode. Yeah, but it didn't have a durable seat. So it had the sunroof, it had the sport mode, it had the shade things. It didn't have a durable seat. And then the black one, the first one he brought out, it had the durable seat, but it didn't have a sunroof and it didn't have the mold thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, and the rims were nicer on the black one too. The rims were nicer on the black one. So I'm like, oh man, I really like this one. The black one. Like I really like the black one. So I test drove the black one. We went. It felt nice and really amazing. Volkswagens drive really good. So like shit, I'm in love with this car. So we go back inside and we start. He starts breaking down the monthly payments and all that shit. How much I'm gonna pay. And it came out to my monthly payment was like 600. It was like 612, 615, something like that. And and then I had to pay insurance on top of that. So all together with insurance and the monthly payment was gonna be like $850, something like that. Which was almost $1,000, bro. Like, I mean, I was making enough money to pay for it, but that's what I didn't want. I didn't want to be like having a payment that was a lot of money. So whatever. I was like, okay, I'm already here. Fuck it, let's do it. YOLO, right? YOLO. Took the car home, and I was happy. I had a nice car. I had a brand new car. Then I started working with this car and shit. So I started having problems at work. Some bullshit. First I wasn't measuring.
You're just problematic. That's why.
I'm not problematic.
He's problematic all the time, bro.
So back to the COVID story. When I recovered from COVID, right, I asked them, hey, is it possible for you guys, for me to go out with the two ladies that trained me again for a couple weeks, because I haven't worked for 2 weeks and I only worked like 3 days by myself prior from me getting sick. So I kind of like forgot the stuff that you guys taught me. Like I didn't put it into practice for a long time. And they said, no, you're okay, you'll do fine, you got this. They didn't want to keep training me. Okay, whatever. So I went and I started hearing that I started like measuring the doors wrong for some reason, or I started putting details that weren't on thing, some shit. They started giving me bullshit. So then these things started happening more frequent, and I kept asking them, hey, as a supervisor, can you come with me so you can show me what am I doing wrong? And he always gave me an excuse. No, I'm busy. No, I got interviews today. No, this and that. Blah, blah, blah. Like, he always had something going on that he couldn't come with me. So it got to the point where like fuck this shit. I'm not gonna keep making mistakes, because the thing is that if you make a mistake there and you mismeasure a door, they make you buy that shit. And those doors don't cost $100. They cost like $800-$900, $1,000 some doors. I'm not gonna keep paying for those doors. They're not gonna help me. So I ended up leaving that place.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't pay me my last check. The last check was a $1,600 check, and they didn't pay me, saying that because since I had owed like $3,000, they were gonna take it from that money. So I didn't get my last check, and I didn't get to pay my last car note because of that shit. So I ended up working with you in the what's it called, the point pickup. Yeah. So I was able to make one more payment, one point pickup on my car. That was in, I think, August. I think it was, or July. I don't remember. I think it was July. My last payment I made was in July.
Mm-hmm.
So August comes around, I'm working point pickup, and I'm struggling to like pay my rent. I'm struggling to pay my car, struggling to pay my insurance, and it's like when I told you, Jordy, let's fuck this shit. Let's go to LA. Like you and me, let's plans to go to LA, right? And you're like, fuck it, but like you didn't want to go. So,
yeah, because every time he just down bad, he just starts making crazy stories. Random, man.
So September was coming, and my daughter was in Miami. So her birthday's in September. I'm like, okay, I have made a plan in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Miami for September to go see my daughter for her birthday, stay there for a couple weeks, and then I was gonna come back to Georgia, pick up my rest of the shit, and I was gonna drive all the way to LA.
Psych as fuck.
Yeah, that was my plan, right?
You didn't do any of that shit. You did the opposite.
Yeah, that was my plan. So, when I went down to Miami to see my daughter, I ended up staying longer because my financial situation wasn't letting me come back. I had to like stay there and work a little bit. So I ended up working there with my uncle. First I was doing Lyft, and then I started a job with my uncle, and in a restaurant. So I was like, it was okay money because I was doing a little overtime. But my dumbass, instead of like starting to catch up on my car notes, I didn't keep paying it. I just left it like that. I'm like, fuck it.
You see?
You know? I'm like, fuck it.
Responsibility.
I was like, fuck it. And then, on top of that, my daughter was in Miami, so like I would take her out my days off and like just buy her shit and make sure she was okay. Mm-hmm. So I was like, whatever, I'm not paying for the car anymore. Like, what's the worst thing to do? Take it away, and like they still haven't taken it away now. Like, so my
using all this shit works.
So then Thanksgiving weekend comes, right? This is in September. This isn't in September. Thanksgiving weekend comes, and my parents, prior to them they came for Thanksgiving to Miami to visit some family. And prior to them coming, they asked me, "Oh, is it okay if we bring our granddaughter back to Georgia with us for a couple weeks or a couple months, and then we'll bring her back to Miami with her mom?" I was like, "Yeah, that's not a problem. I'll talk to her mom about it, and that should be okay." So Thanksgiving comes. You didn't come that time. Why didn't you come?
I don't remember.
I think you were working at Peppers already.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, 2021.
2021.
I think it was because you were working in Peppers and you already had asked for permission to go to Colorado.
Yeah.
That's why?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's why he didn't come, but my mom and dad came. So Thanksgiving came. They were there for like 2 or 3 days for the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
That's why you didn't come, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have a car either. Remember, my car. I had came back from Colorado with no car.
Yeah, but you still had your car there.
No, I didn't. Cause I had just moved. We had just moved to Conyers.
So how did you get to? Oh, you're right. That happened in October, right? This is in November. Yeah. So, but you had already gone to Colorado, so you couldn't ask for another day off, right? That's why you didn't come.
Wow.
Oh, okay. But mom and dad still had the Audi, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So so my parents come, and then they went back and took my daughter with them, and that's it. My parents left. My daughter left with them, and then
he stayed in
stayed
Miami for no reason.
Yeah, I stayed in Miami. I was still working, right? There was a reason. There was I was doing some other shit there.
Doing stupid shit.
Like, stupid shit. That's another story for another day. Anyway, so one day my mom calls me. This is already maybe the first week of December, or into the second week of December. She calls me and she's like, "Chris, why don't you come back here to Georgia? Your daughter's here now. There's nothing holding you back in Miami. All that shit, blah blah blah. You should come here and be with all your family. Everybody's here now. Your brother's here. We're here, and now your daughter's here. Come back." And I'm like, I don't know. I'll think about it. I really didn't want to leave Miami. Miami's the place for me. Like, it's my home, so I really didn't want to leave. But my mom made a good point about my daughter being there. Like, I gotta think about her first. So I'm like, I made a decision to come back. So I went to work. I think the next day, next 2 days, and I talked to the chef and I told him what was going on. And I told him the 19th. I think it was the 19th. So the 19th will be my last day because that was when the pay period closed. Like every week it will close on Sunday. So I told him that no, I'm lying. It will close on Saturday. So I told him that on that 19th on Saturday, I think it was gonna be my last day. And then I was supposed to drive back that Tuesday. So Saturday was my last day, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday I was gonna leave, right? Okay, so this is what happened. That same weekend that was gonna be my last day, my last weekend at work. That job I used to work at, it was owned by a Jewish guy. So a Jewish restaurant is different from a regular restaurant.
Yeah,
like
kosher.
Yeah, it's certain things because of the religion they can't do. So on Fridays, since they can't use any electricity, the restaurant were closed and everybody had off on Fridays. And then they open on Saturdays after sunset. So they will open on Saturday at 9 p.m. Right?
Okay.
Because after sunset they can use electricity. That's how it was. So on Friday I was off and I have made plans with this chick. Prior, during the whole week, like prior from that we're gonna go chill at this hotel and all this shit. And I had already reserved the hotel, blah blah blah. The night before, I think it was Thursday night, we got into a fight and she basically just told me that she didn't want to like see me anymore on Friday. Like she had already known that I was leaving. Like she didn't give a fuck. Like I don't want to say she didn't give a fuck. I guess she was just mad in the moment and she's like, I don't want to see you anymore. So I didn't see her on Friday. I ended up like going to see another chick, and then we ended up like just like hanging out and shit. So we ended up going back to the hotel, and then I parked my car in the hotel and all this shit, and then spent the night there. She left in Uber, and then when I wake up, like when I like start, like I took a shower and like everything. When I go downstairs, I don't see my fucking car, right? And I remember where I fucking parked it because it was like close to the entrance, and you can like when I park the car and you go to the entrance and you turn around, you can see my car from where I parked it, right? So I'm like, shit, where the fuck is my car? I'm walking towards the spot, and I'm thinking maybe I'm confused or maybe I put it somewhere else. I'm looking, I don't see it anywhere, right? So there's always like this dude that like takes care of parking lots and like places. So I go up to him, and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for my car, and I tell him to make a model. And it was parked right there in that spot. Have you seen, like, did it get towed or anything? Maybe they towed it by mistake. Maybe people thought I wasn't staying at the hotel. He's like, well, I just got into shifts, and honestly, I haven't seen any tow trucks around. I was like, fuck. Like, this shit, they might have taken it, like, during, like, the middle of the night or some shit, or really early in the morning. This was, like, 11, 12 in the daytime. So I'm like, fuck. Deep down, I kind of knew what the fuck was going on already.
He's so dope.
Yeah, so deep down, I already knew what the fuck was going on. So I called, I whip out my phone, and I called the bank of the one that gave me the loan for the car. And you know, when you call those places, they give you like a machine that answers the fucking phone. So the first thing that popped out, the first thing the machine said was like, if you're calling for your repossessed vehicle, please dial 1. And I was like, oh, motherfuckers, they fucking took my car.
They got your ass.
But like, okay. I want you guys to listen right quick. I wasn't pissed that they repoed it because I already knew that was coming. I was pissed at the timing. Like, couple of days after that, I was gonna drive back to Georgia. If they were to repossess it after I got back here, whatever. I know, like, I knew it was coming. But the fact that they did it a couple of days before I drove back pissed me off so much. Like, why? You know? So, anyway. So, that night I had to work. It was my last day at work that night. So, I'm like, fuck.
What, took an Uber to work?
I had to take an Uber to work. But anyway, I went back to the place where I was staying at in Uber. And I'm like, I'll deal with this shit once I get over there. Because I had to go home, so I had my clothes for work and all that shit. So okay, I get to the place I'm staying at, and then I go outside and I call these people again. I call the bank and I tell them, and I ask them what's going on, like how much money do I need to get my car back. They said I don't remember if it was three or 35, but it was between 3,000 and 3,500 I had to pay to get it back. And they said if you don't have that money and you want your stuff, then you have to go bring the other key. You have to bring your keys that you have. and then they'll give you your stuff back. And I'm like, they give me the address where it was, and I'm like, okay, I'll just go and get my stuff. It's like, 'cause I don't have the money to pay right now. I'm like, okay. When you fucking find out where they fucking have my car, bro, let me tell you. So I took the Uber, I went to the place, and I see the Uber approaching. You can see in the app, like, how close you are, right, on your phone. And I'm like, it's weird, bro. Like, it's going somewhere I know, right? Drops me off. The Uber says we're here. I get off, and across the fucking street is the fucking hotel I stayed at.
Oh man.
I was like, what?
That's your luck.
You kidding me, dog? Like, the repo place was right across the street, and it's one of those places where like there's like a small ass like little store, right? And it's like, if I remember correctly, it was like brown. Everything was brown. It had no windows. Had a door in the front. It was a glass door, right? And then it had like a whole lot behind it. Like, it was behind like fence. Like, you can't see, it's a fence. So I go inside there. Right. I go inside there, right? I open the door. I go inside there, and it's like the first thing you see is like to the, if I remember correct, like straight down, like not too much. There's like a window with people behind it. And then there's a guy that said, oh, can I help you? And I told him what's going on. Oh, okay, stay right here. And I gave him the keys. And then to the left of that, to my left of that, there's like a whole door where people can go in. I guess people that work there, and they can go in and shit. So then he's like, okay, here you go. And he gave me the box. Like, he this other door, he like gave me a box of all my stuff that was inside the car. And yeah, everything was there. Like, everything. I had my sushi knives in there. I had my bag was in there. My sushi knives. I had some other shit and la guantera, all this shit. Like, all my shit was there. So I go out and I'm like I'm pissed off for the fact that it was across the street from where I was saying that, and because it was a couple days before I left. Right?
That's your luck.
Yeah, my fucking luck. So I walk out and I go around till I wait for my Uber, and I see my car like parked right there next to the fence, next to the fucking gate.
That's crazy.
I kind of miss that car, but whatever, you know, you live and learn. So I ended up going back home. I ended up catching the Uber, and I worked far from where I was staying at. I was in Ventura Mall, and I was staying at, and you know where I was staying at. It was far, so the Uber cost me like $40 to go home, to go to work, and then I think that night after work, I ended up staying with some of the guys at work to like, cause it was my last day, and they were like saying bye to me, like threw me like a little party and shit, bought me some drinks and all that shit. And I don't remember if somebody took me home or I called an Uber. But the thing is, Sunday came around and I was scrambling to like try to see how I'm gonna get home now, cause I didn't have my car, and like I had a lot of shit that I brought in my car. Like, I can't take that shit on the plane anymore. Like, I had to leave a lot of shit behind or throw shit away. So I only got the most important things. I got my sushi knives. I got some of a lot of my clothes that I took, a lot of my shoes that I took, because those shoes were pretty expensive, the ones I took, and like some of Emma's stuff. Other stuff that like I brought in the car, I either threw away or I ended up leaving at the lady's house, you know. So yeah, so that was the story of my fucking repossessed car, bro. The timing was off. Timing was way off. Like,
see him doing dumb shit again.
Like, fuck, man. Like, shit. Like I said, I was pissed off with the timing. I wasn't pissed off with the repossessed because I knew that was coming. But they could have just waited a couple days, man. It's like 3 more days they could have waited. And
they waited a couple months for your ass to pay.
Shit, man. That was fucking bullshit. But yeah, that shit pissed me off so bad, dog. But whatever. You live, you learn. Now you know what not to do, and you know what to do. So yeah. But
they say, look, let me know what you guys think in the comment below. Which are you? Do you learn from your own mistakes or do you learn from other people's mistakes? You let me know.
I think you learn from both. I think you learn from both. Like, you
choose to.
Yeah, you choose. Like you saw this shit happen to me, right? So you're not gonna make the same mistake. And I know that shit already happened to me. I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. Unless it's like a situation where you really can't control. But if you can control it, you're not gonna make the same mistake twice.
Exactly.
And if you do, then you're a fucking dumbass. Simple. Simple.
You're here.
But let's go ahead and wrap this up. Got something else to say?
Nope. Wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
Can't even hear me in the mic no more. Wrap it up.
Yeah, we gotta fix that mic. I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up buying another one like this, or yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that mic, but I'm gonna buy a new headset, probably another mic. But we thank you guys for joining us again in episode number 4, and we thank you again for the patience.
Thank you for your 304s.
For the patience. We thank you again for your patience on the audio part of our podcast. We know it's not 100%, but we're working hard to get it right for you guys. Until then, be patient, enjoy our videos, because our videos are funny as fuck. You know, at least I think so.
And don't forget, you see, there you go. Don't forget to try the best tacos in Atlanta. Tacos de cochinita, baby, from los Yucatecos. And if you're gonna eat the best tacos, might as well drink an amazing chocolate milkshake with it. XS protein shake. See you on the next one. Got 2 mics. We out.
Peace out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share.